hit a P-do unknowingly. Now I feel terrible.
Constantine, M, 45, and I, F, 25, have known each other since I was a baby.
He is a member of a biker gang my father belongs to. Not comparable to Sons of Anarchy or anything like that. Just a horde of guys who like to ride their bikes around the area at the weekend. He's also my godfather and took the role pretty seriously. When I was a teenager, when I had problems with boys, he would scare them, and he got me my first job in a movie theater. We always stayed in close contact, even when my dad wanted me to stay away from him. Something had happened, but nobody told me anything. I hadn't seen Constantine for a couple of weeks, which greatly surprised me. Then he suddenly called me and asked me for help. His wife had kicked him out, and he needed a place to sleep. Since he and Dad must have had a fight, he asked me if he could sleep at my place. Of course, I allowed him that. Thanks to him, I found a cheap apartment with a guest room. However, he asked me not to tell my dad. He didn't want any stress. When Constantine got to me, he looked awful. I was sure that someone had beaten him up. When he left the bathroom, he had left 3 bloody towels. Then he just slept. I didn't see him for 5 days. He stayed in the guest room the whole time. I didn't know what he was doing either. I wasn't always at home because I had to work. When I was at Dad's over the weekend, I asked him if he had heard from Constantine. He seemed a little annoyed but then took me aside and told me everything. Constantine had touched the son of a work colleague. When the father confronted him about it, he smashed his skull with a shovel and has been on the run ever since. The biker gang had feared that Constantine was not right in the head for years and now stayed away from him. So if he reported to me, I should inform the police immediately. I think he looked at me and knew something was in the bush. Without taking his eyes off me, he took his phone, called the police, and sent them to my apartment. He didn't scold me, he wasn't mad. He just took me in his arms. Constantine was arrested and put in prison. He now awaits his court date. I should have realized that there was something wrong right away. I'm so stupid.